Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Charles, and today it's September. It's the first week of September. It's finally not raining, and since my favorite holiday comes at the end of next month, I thought we would take the time to run over to the Oxford house and talk a little bit about what we're going to do for Halloween. All right, so we are over at the Oxford house. Now I'm going to apologize in advance for all the traffic, or at least the noise from the traffic. There's a lot of it today. I don't know what's going on, but anyway. So we're over to my Oxford house. Now I call it the Oxford house because it's located in Oxford. It's commonly referred to as the Oxford Annex from back in the day, or the Clark Lewis house. But for those of you who have not seen the other videos on my channel, go check them out. But the short version is this is an old 1800s, 1838 I believe is when it was built. And then there was a Gothic Revival style porch put on the front end. So we're going to walk down and you can kind of look behind me and see not only the disrepair that this is in, but also just in general, the overall spookiness of said house, right? So it's run down. It's been abandoned for a dozen so years. It's very poor condition. That's why I got it so cheap. But as I got thinking about it, this makes it the perfect backdrop for Halloween. So I have a lot of plans going on that are more on the DIY side for eventually fixing this up and keeping it standing. But Halloween is coming quick. It's less than 2 months away. It's like 53 days or something like that now. So it's coming, and it's coming quick. So I just kind of wanted to walk through what some of the plan is going to be from my side for when Halloween comes. Now I'm not going to give away too many things, because there are a lot of local people that might see this video, and I don't want to give away all my secrets. I've never done this before. Now, I know I've said that in the past regarding fixing the house, because there's a lot of that stuff I've never done, but I've never lived in town in my adult years. When I was a kid, I used to live in town, and I'd go trick-or-treating, and even when I didn't live in town, we would still drive to town and go trick-or-treating as kids. But since I've grown up, I've always lived outside of town. That means I've never been the givee when it comes to candy. I've never had a place in a town where I've been able to leave my porch light on and welcome the trick-or-treaters and hand out candy and see the kids and have the fun of that side of the story. Well, that changes this year because this house is right on the main drag here in this town. I'm told that it is a main drag and to expect a lot of people, which is awesome. And as spooky as the house is, I could quite literally just sit on the front porch with a bucket of candy and put a light on the front of the porch, and people would be kind of creeped out already. But why stop there? So if we come back down off the porch, I'm going to turn the camera around and we'll show you what we're going to do. So this effectively is my front yard. Now it's basically, you can see where the buildings are here, so we kind of just eyeball it where that half-dead tree is, and basically just a straight line from there is where I mow. I'm sure legally I own more, but whatever, it's fine. So this is my front yard. So I have a couple feet, 5 feet on this side that comes down, and then this is about 12 feet distance between the sidewalk and the house. And then when we come down around the corner, we're going to have the side yard here to play with. So we've got plenty of space, which is awesome. We're going to make some fences to kind of come now. Where that chair is, I'm going to bring a fence out this way, down here, and then along the sidewalk and all this stuff. So in there we'll put like, a little graveyard and some little props and things like that. I've got some LED floodlights to come out here that'll shine up on the house. Now I did test one of those recently, so I'll put a picture in now. And that's what it looks like, all lit up in green. Now the pictures are kind of a little oversaturated. It comes from a phone. Unfortunately, it also means that the red, if I try to go red with it, gets really darker. So red won't be the prominent color in the outside haunt, but the green does show up quite nicely to the naked eye. So the plan is I give them candy on the front porch, and then if they so choose, they can enter the depths, walk through the path, and then get more candy at the end. So we're going to turn you around. I'm going to turn on the light, and we're going to see if that works enough to walk you through this. Maybe it'll just make it spookier. So if we come into the front door, this table won't be here. I just have to disassemble it to get it down the hallway. The stairs here, those are going to be chained off. We're not going to have anybody going up the stairs or anything like that. Likewise with this room over here. Now it'll be emptied out, and I do plan on having some sort of little scene inside it, but it'll be chained off so you can't go inside. You'll be able to come up and kind of look inside and see what's in here. I don't know exactly how fancy I'm gonna get. It may just be a black backdrop with a prop here in the doorway. I don't know yet. Now this hallway is definitely a work in progress. So we have a lot of things like this, right? A lot of nails in the existing walls that need to come out. That's a safety thing. I want to make sure that the walkthrough for kids and anybody that comes through really is as safe as possible, so you're not going to get caught on things, stuff like that. So these all have to come out. You know, all the stuff that's on the walls and the ceiling, all the extra drywall bits and stuff, they all have to get down. Over here, this old pipe is just completely destroyed, and I don't want anybody getting caught on it or anything like that. So not only do we have to remove all the nails and things here, we're going to enclose this, get some paneling or something, and close this all off completely so nobody can get caught on things like this and then turn this into a real bloodbath. So anyway, same thing with over here. We don't want people being able to stick their arms in around, so some of this is going to be either blocked off or closed off or covered or something. But we do have to get all of this old stuff off the wall and away from harm's way. Likewise with the paint, we have to get all this flaky stuff off and peeled away and out of harm's way so nobody's trying to munch on it. We're going to take care of that. We still got a couple things up on the ceiling. Up here, for example, there's an old piece of drywall up there. It's got to come down and so forth. So safety first, that sort of thing. We have this little room here. This used to be a bathroom. Used to be a lot worse than this. I actually have emptied a lot of the junk out of here, but you know, there might be something in here. And we come into our first big open room. Now, okay, a little spoiler alert. You can see I've got a little tombstone there and a buddy over here. He's just kind of chilling. That table's actually going to come over here. So the plan is the walk-through area. There's going to be a line from this wall to that doorway, right? So through here. So basically this will be kind of off limits. It'll be chained off, but there'll be decorations and things like that. Found this awesome old Philco radio, but I don't have power, so I think it's going to be just more of a set piece because I can't plug it in. So, and it doesn't work when it's plugged in. Like I get sound, but I get no music. So that's a thing. Likewise, these two doorways are going to be blocked off. You're not going to go through them, although there may be things in the doorways to look at, but you're not going to be able to go through. Side note though, we do have another exit back there as an emergency exit if so need be. So then we're turning this way into this doorway. This used to be a closet. We've opened it up. This doorway is kind of tight. I'm not a tiny guy, but I'm not huge by any means. And it's a little tight for me, but I don't know how that's going to work for kids' costumes. So there's a possibility we may actually cut this door frame open. This is not an original door. This was added in later. This whole wall was. So it's not going to hurt my feelings if I have to cut this open just to give people a little bit more room in that door frame. Anyway, we're coming into this other room. Now this room has a couple decorations in it. Again, if you saw my little walkthrough, you saw my little table, and I've got some stuff on it. So I'm not going to go into that detail as far as that goes. I do have some more stuff piled over here, so I'm also not going to turn the camera around and show you. But in essence, this room over here will be another theme of some sort. I have some ideas, just need to get it in place. So over by this side door is where the extra helper will be. This will be where you get your bonus candy from. And that helper will also serve a very important purpose, and that is to remind kids not to jump down the freaking steps, because kids will jump down steps if they are so given the choice. I know, I used to be one. Likewise, it's Halloween, kids are going to get excited, not even just from coming through, but then jump back out. So the plan is that they're going to come out this door on the side, and we want to make sure that they are safe when they go down. Let me turn the camera around and try to peek my phone through, just so you can kind of maybe get an idea. So they're going to come out this door, and you can see we've kind of got that side lawn. All right, so now that we've kind of walked through it a little bit, let's talk about what we're going to do. I'm going to kind of abridge this down for the sake of time. Now, I have talked with people like the fire chief. They've offered to come do a walkthrough with me if there's any other concerns I have. So just to touch on a couple things real quick. I'm not going to go into a lot of detail. If you do want to go through some more of that, or you want me to go through some more of that, just leave me a comment or something and let me know if there's something that you have questions on or whatever. I'd be more than happy to answer them. Again, my first time doing this as a haunter, so to speak. So it's all new to me, so I just want to have fun. But more importantly, I want to have kids have fun safely. So things like the nails coming out of the wall, stuff off the ceilings. In that first room where that table's going to go, there is some, for example, in that first big room where the tables are and where the radio is, there's some old plaster on the ceiling that has gotten wet and hardened over the years, which has basically turned it into like, it's kind of like shale. Like it's really like a rock substance, but it also is really sharp and frankly dangerous if it lands on the ground. So all that has to come off the ceiling, things like that. So we're gonna get all the stuff, all the loose stuff cleaned up. We're gonna get all the stuff on the floor swept up so that way it's all not a tripping hazard. Lighting, everything is going to be battery operated and things like that. So there's not going to be any live wiring in the house. Now there's not electricity in the house to start with, but like I have a generator that I'm going to run some of the outdoor stuff with, like the outdoor lights and things like that, maybe a fog machine or a projector. But inside, we're not going to have any wiring run through for, you know, AC power. I have some battery adapters for the props I have, battery operated, you know, LEDs and lights and things like that. So inside, that's what we're focusing on, is having enough light to make it safe, but doing so without adding any fire risk, right? There's always going to be something that could go wrong. We will have fire extinguishers, things like that. But for the most part, everything is, you know, battery operated and no live wiring. Exits, we're going to have plenty of those. We've got the exit here, the side exit. There's the back door I showed you through that one room that's going to be blocked off. Not inaccessible, but blocked off. And then there's also another room that goes to the basement and right outside. So there's ways to get out of the house if we need to. Likewise with some emergency lighting. I have some lighting in my car. I didn't bring the remote with me, but the idea is that those lights will go up here in the hallway and in each of those rooms, and they're all on a remote. So if something happens and we need to lighten everything up, hit the on button, all the lights come on, bright white light to enlighten everybody and make it safe for people to get out if something needs to go on. So we've got a lot of the safety stuff in mind. That's basically what we're going for. And then again, when it comes to the outside stuff, we're going to make sure that we're very careful with getting kids down the steps safely in the back door, things like that. Likewise with the front steps, we're going to put some railings on the front steps so nobody is tripping up and down the front steps or anything like that. They're nice wide steps on the front, which is nice. They're about 6 feet wide almost. So it's a nice wide path for people to walk up and down. People aren't going to be pushing left and right. But yeah, so this is my initial planning for Halloween. Now I do have some props here already. I've got a lot more at the house. I've got some other stuff in the works. We have a lot of work to do and only 2 months to do it. So that's just kind of a short video on what we're planning on doing for Halloween. Is a bunch of stuff and how we're going to have to go about doing it. So anyway, I'm going to go unload my car and get the rest of the stuff in here, take the stuff back that I need to. I also need to leave the trailer here because I need to start loading up some more garbage that I'm going to start cleaning up, hopefully this weekend. And yeah, lots to go on, lots to do, and I don't know when I'm going to find time to do it. So anyway, thanks for watching, and if you have any questions, just pop them down below or whatever, or if you want me to do like a Q&A on you know, the thought process behind what we're doing, or go into more depth as far as all the safety planning and things like that, then I'll definitely do that. I'll do some more of that anyway as we go with different parts. Talk about what we're doing to reinforce this or to redo this or whatever. But in the meantime, have fun. Enjoy your hopefully cooler weather. If you're in one of those areas that's experiencing such a massive heat wave, I am sorry. Ours is kind of tapered off. It did finally get a little bit nicer again today, so that's kind of nice, but I feel for you. And I guess on that note,